It's a nice expression though. In English? What is that?
Stinking rich and filthy rich. They are contradicted. Filthy rich or stinking rich. Yeah.
Okay. Some kind of expressions will be there. We may not be knowing. That's how it is. And asked Arlwar, hey, what does it mean by Natsu Ma Marundu? That means we have to remove the evil life. Drishti edikka vendiya mandu. Drishti diyastu. Every day, drishti nikalna hai uske liye. दृष्टि नजर लगेगा किसी का तो ऐसा नजर उतारने का होता है हर दिन हर समय हर क्षण नजर उतारने का हमारा औषधि है वो and therefore he says why then he says in the world the medicines are different like if you are sick the medicine is different. And different sicknesses, there is different varieties of medicines, okay. But eliminating sickness, a medicine will be there, right? And then after disease over, then you need to gain strength, right? To give the strength again, there is another medicine. Because the same medicine which eliminates the disease will not be given there, right? Do you give the same medicine? No. To gain strength, you have to give some other medicine. Okay, now strength is gained. And then, you feel like eating something now and then. Like, the bubble gums and the, what do you call that? The crunches and the cookies and the stuff like that. What do you call them? Kurkur. There's some kind of chocolate stuff. Chocolate is not a snack. At least snacks have some purpose. But chocolate is what the purpose of chocolate? Just mouth fresheners. They are not mouth fresheners even. They are some kind of, just you feel like eating and for jolliness and just you just don't eat that. There is no purpose, there is no benefit. You feel like doing this, you do it, that's it. For three purposes, there are three things. Whatever you do like this for jolly, that's not adding any strength, nor it removes any disease. Okay? And whatever that removes the diseases, it's not for jolly taking. You are not supposed to. Whatever that gives strength, it should be taken only after eliminating the disease only. If there is a disease and you take the medicine for strength, then the disease will be growing. So for three purposes there are three types of medicines. But for us, one thing does all the activities. For eliminating the disease of samsara, it is His divine name. For adding strength, it is His divine name. And for enjoying jolly, now and then, it is His divine name again. The same thing for all the purposes. That's the greatness of our medicine. His name means He only, is what I say. He and His name, though are different, but not really different. The same thing. So, it is not just mandu, it's not just marundu, it is ma marundu, nachu ma marundu. And it came, it is different than the marundu that it's a great amurtam. Nachu ma marundamengo, nalankadal amudamengo. That's how Arlwar sings about the greatness of God. This is the ultimate unique one. So if you see Him and if you understand Him, there is no chance of doing this kind of prohibited acts. Then also they won't creep into the picture at all. So then you never argue like to practice otherwise. So And the third one is Phalattayum Partal. If you see the phalam, what is the phalam you are expecting? Just he should be pleased, that's it. You should feel good, that's it. That's what you expect from anything you do, right? God should be happy. And do you think that when you do the prohibited act, God is pleased? Because Veda itself prohibited many things. Among the activities that you are supposed to do, even they also are prohibited by him. You know. And then how can you do the elementary prohibited activities? And so there is no chance of such things entering into the picture and just distracting us at all. So, Pranayam, Isvaranayam, Halattayam Partal. If you see all these three, Avai Puhura Vadi Illai, there is no chance of such prohibited acts to enter. That is what Pradipaka Swami says. And till now, two words are discussed. Sarvadharma Parityajya. And it's been qualified perfectly. Now he's taking up the third word. Mom. Mom. What is mom? Me. Me. That's what he's showing. You gave up all the things, Sarvadharma Parityajya. You gave up that ideology like that dharmic bhavana you gave up. What is dharmic bhavana? This will save me. This is the ideology. Ideology is I do this and it will save me. That is the ideology, alright? Then it became dharma. Why you thought like that? Because Veda recommended. So because Veda said it should be done, I am doing. This is the ideology you have. Now, this is not going to save me. And who is going to save me? Save you then. To whom you have to keep is giving. See, there is a doorkeeper who is taking care of the incoming and outgoing persons, and you removed him and you kept another capable person there. The ideology has been removed and the Lord Krishna was kept there. Mom, so you are keeping him. Ekam Saranam Raja, you keep me alone, you surrender to me alone, you receive me as your protector. That's what he says. But then he is showing mom. Whom he is showing now here? Himself. Who is that he himself? Vibhava Avatara. Who is Krishna there? It's Lord Narayana himself. But the way he appears before us. He appears in different forms though. Sometimes he appears as Paravasudeva in Parampara. Sometimes he appears in the Vyuha, like Vyuha Vasudeva. Sometimes he appears in the form of Vibhava, like Rama and Krishna, like that. And sometimes he appears as Ajamurti, and that is he. And sometimes he appears as Antaryami. Right? All these are his forms only. Antaryami is his form, and Vyuha is his form, Parapadam is his form, everything is his form. But he is showing here something like mom, me, the Vibhava, which is seen by Arjuna then. What we can see now? That is what you have to attribute it now there. Now when you take the mom ekam saranam praja, you have to see the Arjamurti at the law. There you have to surrender like that. The Arjamurti doesn't mean that one who is in the temple, when one who is in your home also. Is also Arjamurti, right? So his accessibility is seen here. And how down he comes to you. How he is reached. So the reachability, what we call the accessibility. Saulabhyam, we call it. What do you call it? Saulabhyam. And he is very accessible. And accessible But, very powerful. Because sometimes accessibility is there with many things, and all they may not work for you. This is very accessible. What the use? Should I surrender to this? This is very accessible to me. But I can't. Because only accessibility is here. No, other qualities are supported here. And we need supremacy as well, along with it, along with accessibility. So those qualities which are required are shown here in this word mom. What are those? That is what he is showing. Sarvarakshakanai, Unak Kayyalai, Unnisevu Paathu, Undoshattai, Yogyamaha Kondu, Unak Pugalai, Neer Suduma Pole, Setpare, Virukkum Bodum, Vidamaatade, Rakshikira Ennai. That is what he is showing himself. What am I? What am I? He is expressing all these feelings in the word mom. What are those things? Sarvarakshakanai, that's the first thing. He is the protector. Protector of all, irrespective whether they are devatas, or manavas, or tiryaks, or stavaras, whatever they may be. So he is called a Sarvarakshaka. Right? That is the first quality. Sarvarakshaka. And then Sarvarakshaka is the protector of all the devatas. Then he may be so inaccessible. No. Unak Kayyalai. I am under your control. Totally under your control. Just before Bhagavad Gita was preached, and when the Radha was there, and he said, Senayor Madhya Radham Sthapayamechyuda, he gave just a command. Take my chariot and measure both the forces from where I can see all the people. What is this? I am at your command. I am at your beck and call. Though I am all protector, but I am under your control. That means from where? Now where did it come? Where is he and where is he now? Unak Kayyalai, Kayyala. Kayyal means person in hand. You can just use him as you want. Unak Kayyalai. And there are people who are under our control, because when we pay some bucks, some persons will come and work with us. But what is the purpose? They never listen to us. And then we have to search for those people. We should run after them. Hey, where are you? Where are you? You keep running and searching for the person. And in spite of going and running after him, you can do your work. Better paying him also. That is how many a case the things will happen. But it's not like that. If you say, do this, and if you agree with it, I do that for you. I just expected your acceptance. Rakshyaapeksham pratikshate. This is what is said. He is all powerful. He is all controlling. All devatas are under his command. But still, when you are just rotating in this death and birth cycle, but he is for you. How? Keeping his hand next to his ears, like this. Rakshyaapeksham pratikshate. If you just give a little call, he says, yes, I'm here. He is expecting your call. While he is sleeping there in the milk of ocean, don't think that he is sleeping. It's not sleeping. That's called Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra means it's not just real sleep as we sleep with Tamoguna. It's with Sattva Guna. What he's doing there is expecting the words from us. God, can you protect me? Then he comes and he protects. But how does he protect? It may take a little time here and there. That's where we are confused. Swamiji, I'm calling since Lord, but I never get any protection from you, Lord. Don't say that. Don't say that. You must be waiting for the right time to protect you better. And for the elephant, it took 1,000 years. Yes, it may take a little time, but that's okay. But it's a perfect protection though. Others may give you some kind of protection, temporary protection, and then you may lose one leg. And the other may do something, and you may lose other leg. And then he may do some other administration on you, then you may lose one hand. And then your kidneys may fail, then heart may fail, and then pancreas may not work, and then liver may get damaged, and then the heart also may get collapsed, and then brain may go into coma, and ultimately as a vegetable, the hospital will deliver you. And the body, so that you can cremate it. So, you often, obviously you want to see the result like that only. That is the human being's nature. We want to see the result at once, immediately, on the top of the hand. That which is not very good. You need to wait. And even if it is a bit painful, well, you need to wait properly. Are we ready for that? No, by that treatment, it may take 3 days time. So with this, it only just seems in the half a day and only 1 hour, so I go for this. Take injection, it will relieve. That's it. Don't go for such things. That's what it said. Even if he gives some kind of pain to you sometimes, accept it. Even that also he gives for good. When Lord Krishna is there right away with Draupadi, you can understand how many things have crossed through, how many things she faced. But they never thought, when he is not at all taking care of me, why should I surrender to him? Let me give up and go for something else. They did not think. They never. See the Draupadi, see the Kunti Devi, and all the 3 people in the same family. Kunti, head daughter-in-law Draupadi, head daughter-in-law Uttara. All the 3 people, were facing how many problems. But Krishna was there, but physically he was present there. But still they have gone through so many things. And then we may get, what a kind of God is he? What a kind. That's why it is said in Krishna Ashtokaram, Krishna Vyasana Nirmolakaya Namaha. No. Krishna Vyasana Karisekaya Namaha. Krishna is Draupadi. Vyasana is the sorrow. Krishna Vyasana Karisekaya. So he slowly reduced. Just like an obese. When there is an obese, and when you go to the doctor, he takes a knife, cut the stomach, and cut the excess wherever it is and whatever it is. Do you think that he does like that? And do you know what happens if he does so? But there are some dispensaries nowadays coming like that. Where you have, some big tummy, and then you go, and then the surgery is done, and they remove the stuff and clear it. And then they make you, just they fix up something so tight, and that's how they do. But do you think it is good? And you go back and you start eating, and again it becomes so. Earlier it was this much, and now it becomes this much. really recommended. You need not do anything. Just control your food automatically. Things will go down. And finish. You need not go to obese, need not go to surgery, you need not go for any other treatment. Automatically it comes to control. But we don't like this. We want to eat it and then cut the stuff. But that's not right way. So he said Krishna Vyasana Kalsekaya Namah. He reduced in a process. Kalsanam అంటే చిక్కుట. ఆవిడ కష్టాలు చిక్కేటట్టు చేశాడు తప్ప తొలగిపోయేటట్టు చేయాలి. He reduced them but not totally eliminated. It's just like somebody does some mantra. Yes, come on. I've seen them in TV somewhere, while coming the flight. Somebody coming, limping. And then let Jesus do it! And then he falls down. I'm running now. And then he starts running. Do you think things happen like that? No. It's not the life. The law of the life becomes the thing. No. Somebody says, I'm suffering from the problem since many years. And then he says, is it? Let the Jesus do something. And then he pushes under that. She falls down. And then she goes, God, I'm clean now. I'm okay. And then she starts running all around. Do you think that things happen like that? God is not a magician. God never does miracles. God does practical things with the life. It's very simple. You sow the tree, you sow the seed, slowly comes. Slowly grows. You put this and keep a basket on that brown green pot, remove the bag and there is a tree and there are fruits. That's not God's activity at all. God's wings move slowly but steadily. A saying in the Bible, God's wings move slowly but steadily. He never does miracles. He deals things so practically. That's what God is. Somebody does something, that means he's cheating. Yes, cheating. So he did not remove all the problems of Draupadi, overnight saying, shh, God, hello. No. She gone through all the things, all the hardships. 12 years in the forest, 1 year in the hiding. They spent the death with people and with the issues and with the problems. That's how they came out. And they fought with God. That is your life. You have to live your life. And there's no way that you can just get out of that. You can't escape. But gain the strength. I give the strength to you.
Swamiji, when unusual things happen, would you believe that it's by God's blessing?
Maybe.
Can't we call them as miracles that were worked
It
by
won't,
God?
it's not a miracle, probably. It's the process. The process. See, Swamiji did some yaga and rain came. It's not a miracle. It's a science. It's practical. And we did the yasam in the Kaveri recently. And now there is nice water, which is not there in 4 years. It's not miracle. That is something practical.
But Swamiji, in my own experience, me and my wife survived a very horrific car crash. It was impossible to survive. We didn't even have a scratch. But
That's okay.
right.
That happened naturally. You survived. Survived. You be grateful to God for blessing you like that. But don't say it's a miracle. Say it's a God's act. The act of God. It's adrishta. Adrishta means something unseen working behind and giving you that. See, the other day, our Reddigaru's son was suffering from something bad. And then doctors recommended him surgery and he wants to go for surgery. And then just, some acupressure was done and he's just very okay. And he was moving his hand, it was saying tick, 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 tick. And he was confused what it is. And some pressure was applied and he stopped this tick, 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 tick. It's not a miracle. Don't think it's a miracle. Don't think it's a magic. It's a science. It's a science by itself. But the science, you may not be understanding of what science it is. But don't say it's a miracle. Few things when we want to understand, don't say it's a magic. It's a science. Science beyond your comprehension. That is what we have to understand. And
Swami,
for something doesn't work, still also just accept it. And then don't blame. That's all.
what is the meaning of protection?
Protection means giving you the strength to face the situations. And also bringing you out of the problem, whatever that you have.
రక్షించటం అంటే
Protection basically needs for us not to become prey for karmic bondage. That is the kind of protection we need basically. Means when the karmic bondage is happening around you, that means you are dragged down. Right? So if you are protected from that bondage, that itself is it can be your act. That is a kind of protection we need.
అట్లా రక్షించి లాభం ఏంటి? అట్లా రక్షిస్తే లాభం ఏంటి?
Labham, you can do things well. Because you born for some purpose, right? And you have to do that purpose without any problem and hurdle. So if you are kept away from those hurdles, you can keep doing your activity properly. It's so simple.
ప్రాపర్గా చేసి కూడా లాభం ఏంటి? ప్రాపర్గా చేసి కూడా లాభం ఏంటి?
So that your past bondages will be eliminated. And you will be coming out of all the bondages. And then just you can be by yourself, spreading all over. That is what we call the self-realization. That is what required. God does these things, but how He does it? Only Isaivu Bhartu. Waiting for your acceptance. Waiting for your acceptance. And undoshattai bhogyamahakkun. And by doing that also, we did so many mistakes. Obviously we do also so many mistakes. But whenever just we do those mistakes, then He gets upset and starts giving the punishment. No, that's not there. When you commit mistakes also, those mistakes have been accepted as it is. What we call it as a vatsalya. When the baby born, a cough comes out of the mother's womb, and then it comes out with some kind of dirt on the body, right? What we call it as the mari. Right? So with the dirt, the cow comes out of the mother's womb from the cow. And then mother never hates that. If we human beings, I think we never see that also. We don't have to see that. Some nurse have to take care of that. And they have to wash the babies, clean the babies, and they have to take But for the cow licks everything with her tongue and it cleans the baby. Then the baby stands on his or her own. Understand? What a kind of love it has. And if anybody goes and stops it, and then the cow becomes upset. It becomes mad. See how much love it has towards the cow. What we call the dosha bhogya. Dosha bhogyata we call it. That's called vatsalya. The quality is called vatsalya. Vatsa is the cow. Anything on her body is called vatsa. Related to vatsa is called vatsa. And that vatsam she takes, licks with her tongue, called vatsala. Vatsala itself is vatsalya. That does for one own sake, not for others' sake. I do it for my own sake, that becomes vatsalya. Swadhyaya. Vatsalya. But this is done when the baby doesn't know. Because the dirt on baby's body is not created. It comes on its own. Baby doesn't know anything about it. That's how the cough came out. But after growing a big, like 1 year or a 2-year-old baby, the cow goes to the dirty pond and creates everything on her body and comes and stands before mother. She kicks it. She kicks it out. Why? Because that is done not knowing. But this is done knowingly. Anything done knowingly will be kicked off. The came unknowingly will be cleaned by mother. That is called vatsalya. So he says, any dirt on your body, any sins on you, accepted by me. Undoshattai bhogyamahapvatu. Whatever the dirt that's there, I accept it as bhogyam. As the cow licks it as if it is something, for something we're waiting for long and got it now. How we eat it. That's called a bhogyam. Craving for something. Craving for something. Since longing for something. And that I got now. Then how I eat it now? As if I enter into that and eat. That's how this will do it. Longing or craving. That's called a bhogyata. So, I accept your sins as a bhogya. What is called as vatsalya, dosha bhogyata. Again, there is a difference between people in interpreting the vatsalya. Some people say dosha bhogyata. We say dosha bhogyatvam. But some people say dosha adarsipurutvam. He doesn't care them, some people say. But we don't accept that. He ignores them, some people say. But that's not the definition that's accepted by our acharyas. If he ignores, that means they are there. Not removed. And if you don't care also, they are there. Not removed. So, if he accepts them as a bhogya, then he takes. He accepts you also along with them and then he cleans them. So the bhogyatam is the one which is accepted by acharyas. And then say it is. But that led for some other complications. Some people thought, because God is dosha bhogya, that means what? He accepts all the doshas with all love and affection. That means if we want to see the love and affection of God, we should keep doing some doshas. The more doshas we do, the more bhogyata will be working. The more bhogyata will be working. Come on, keep doing the bad things. That's why some people did not accept that definition that dosha bhogyatvam. They said dosha adarsikatvam. But no, that's not the thing. Dosha bhogyata is the definition. It doesn't mean that you have to do doshas. Because, as I said, tannayam, iswaranayam, alattayam, varta, avai pugura, vari illai. When you see yourself, when you see himself, when you see the goal, and there is no chance of such things to creep in. That is the answer given by the Acharya. And Buddhoshatlai bhogyamaha kundu, whatever is there on you as sin, I accept it wholeheartedly with all love and affection. Unakka puhalai, you can, yes, you can reach me without any obstruction, anytime, anywhere. Yes, I am the place for you to enter, to reach. Unakka puhalai, நீர் சுடுமா போலே சேப்பாரே பிரிக்கும் போதும் நீர் சுடுமா போலே. If at all there is something burning, how you pacify that? You pour some water on that, and then you see that it's pacified and it is extinguished. But if water itself is burning, becoming cause of burning, then what is there to extinguish that? There is a kind of fire that comes from the water. You know that? A kind of fire comes from the waters. That's called as Badabardini. Badabardini. It seems in oceans, sometimes such a kind of fire starts, and water is the fuel for that. In fact, if there is a fire and it is the water that pacifies, but the pacifier itself becomes a fuel, then what will be there to extinguish that? What will be there to pacify that? Like that, when God is upset with us, when He sees our sins and then He is upset with us, it is the mother who has to intercede and then pacifies him. Because she is a Purushakara, right? She pacifies him. And if at all she herself becomes mad, then who will pacify? And if she starts complaining against us, if somebody complains to God against us, it is she stands as God for us. But if she herself starts complaining, that's what is saying. Neer suduma pole, as the water itself burns, Setpare pirikkumbodu, one who is supposed to join, and they themselves becoming the persons to separate. And even in such cases, Vidamattade rakshikira, even such things happen, I don't leave you. Even if mother herself comes and starts saying something against you, still I don't give you up. I will be with you and I protect you. That is what he is showing himself. Ma, me. That is what I am. That is how Krishna is showing himself, you know. The meaning of the Ma is so beautiful. Because he is showing here the form that is appearing right in front of Arjuna, it eliminates few things, this word. When he says Mom, no other things, no other forms. That's what he says. What are the other forms that are being eliminated? He is saying in the next chapter, Ital, Para, Yuhangadayum, Devata, Antaryamitvatayum, Tavikkiradu. When you say Mom, few things are eliminated. So now when you say a name, then that name becomes unique to eliminate few things. Oh, who has to come here now? Rama will come. When we say Rama, Lakshmana should not come now. And Bharata should not come now. Isn't it? The name, when you say some name, that eliminates a few things. But still, there may be chance sometimes for other things also to follow. And then another word comes like Ekam, Mam, Ekam, only me. When you say only, what do you mean? Nothing else. That eliminates all. All. But this eliminates a few. What is this eliminating? Devatantaryamitvattayam. God is there in everything as Antaryami. Right? He is in everything. He is in Jesus, He is in Allah, and He is in sky, He is in land, He is in tree, He is in everything. So, this is called Antaryamitum. When He is in something, then the Antaryamitum becomes. He is in us also, but this is Antaryamitum. He is in this also. This is Antaryamitum. Okay. But Krishna is not showing Himself as Antaryami. He is showing Himself directly. Because body is Krishna and in that God. No, that's wrong. God Himself became Krishna. That's what Bhagavata says. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. God Himself came down as Krishna. God Himself came down as Rama. But Parashurama is not there. When you take Parashurama was a sage. And God imposed Himself on him. So he became very powerful now. Then he started doing things. But when God thought imposing is not required, then he just withdrew that while he was returning after marriage. And then he took that energy from Parashurama. And then Parashurama became a normal guy. He's just like a rishi, but a rishi with good practice. That's it. He went to his mountain and then he started building temples. So Parashurama, though counted in Dasavatars, but not an avatara, as Krishna Avatara and Rama Avatara. Krishna and Rama are Sakshat Avatars. Sakshat Avatars means direct descendants. But what about this thing, Parashurama? It's called Avesa Avatara. What do you call it? Avesa. That means he imposed himself on for some time, did some work, and again he withdrew. Balarama also is the same. Balarama also is considered as one of avatars, but it's not Sakshat Avatara. He is again Avesa Avatara. Understand? And Kapila also was one of the avatars. Buddha also is one of the avatars. But how? He imposed himself on them for some time, for some purpose. Purpose is done, then again he withdraws the power from that person. And the person remains normal. Just like your political pose. A political pose, like, he was the president of some country. And he was president for some time, and after the presidency he stayed back. And then he is just like you and I. Also comes and sits along with you in the coffee cup. In the, what is it? Starbucks? And then he sips a cup of coffee along with you. It's called Avesa Avatara. And there are again differences in Sekyavesa, Swarupavesa. And how much he imposes himself with Kalavatara, or Amsavatara, or Amsa-Amsa-Avatara. There are other many differences. But this is called Paripurna Avatara. Paripurna Avatara. Rama is Purna, Krishna is Paripurna.
You say we don't find any temple for Parashurama.
Rama constructed for him also. They wanted to satisfy them. They don't want to disappoint anybody. Nowadays in the temples, especially here in Jeeyar, they don't want to disappoint anybody. If you want, your deity also be there in the temple, they want to satisfy you. All that you need to give is 20,000 bucks, that's it. Your deity also well placed and consecrated with Purushottam, they offer Abhishekam to you also. So, nowadays people become so liberal, so generous. So, Ital, by showing himself as mom, he is eliminating para vyuhangalayam. You need not go to para swarupa. You need not go to vyuha swarupa. And devata antaryamitvatayam. You need not go to other devatas, because in other devatas he remains as Atma. That means indweller. As he is in you. So also in other devatas. As he is in you. So also in Rudra, in Brahma, and in Skanda, and Varna, in Vayu, in Kubera, in all those, in Yaksha, Rakshasa, in all those things, he remains as Antaryam. So, dwelling inside and controlling. That is with all other things. That is also eliminated now. That means any form, what you see today here in the world, other than what he directly came according to the scriptures. How do you know whether it is according to his coming or not? The sages like Veda Vyasa, they declare it. You can't. There may be people in the world very powerful in this world, but it is they who have to accept it. So if they accept it, that's it. You need not worry about it. While fixing up a muhurtam for any good activity, even though you know the Panchangam and stuff, it is always advised to say a day and then ask the priest to give the day as a muhurtam to you. Why? Because I know everything better than him. But at least ultimately you should not become a victim but something goes wrong with you. So for that, don't put the blame on you. Don't take the responsibility on your shoulders. Put it on somebody else. Put it because Jyotishas are, they are ready to share that responsibility. So ask them, hey, I want this on this day. Is it going to happen perfectly? And then, because you do something, they say yes. So, if that yes doesn't work, the blame goes on him. Then he has to pay the consequences, not you. But if you yourself take the Panchanga, oh, this is good, this day is right, and then start going, then you are answerable for those things. At least put on somebody else. That's what we say. Dasharatha did not use the services of his poor deity. To fix up the Rama's coronation, Pattabhisheka, he didn't ask anybody. He just take the Panchangam and start saying, oh, so Bhavita, Pushyami. Pushyami is tomorrow, which is, the Sapadana to Rama. Yes, come on, let's make all the arrangements. What do you say, Vasishthaji? What do you say, Vasishthaji? If you ask Vasishthaji what is the day good, then he goes to the Panchangam and then he must have said, after 14 years you can do. Nothing is urgent. After 13-year-old, no, 24 years, 25, just entered. And then, just what is wrong in it, 25, nothing is falling. He probably would have said, 14 years is time for you, this thing. And Prabhupada Dasharatha also need to know that. So he wants to do it at once. And then he fixed the date and he wanted to perform the Pattabhishekam. What happened ultimately? He lost his own life as a result of that. He lost his life. All that he lived only for 7 days. Next to that, then come. Don't go like so. Keep on somebody's shoulders. So, with this mom, you are eliminating a few things like para, vyuha, and also antaryamikvam. On all things wherever it is, that's eliminated. And what is the remaining then?
Sure.
Two things. One is the vibhava and the archana. But then, because Krishna is directly there, so it is vibhavam, he is showing himself. And surrender to me. He said, now we can surrender to Archamurti and then that's it. Next sutra. Next sutra is what is the number? 218.
Dharma Samstapana.
218.
Yeah, 218.
Devatantaryamitva yethavikrade sarvata. Yeah, it is. Dharma samsthapanam panna